The NaVi game was also kind of crazy. And these brothers apparently are just insane. And I haven't seen them play yet. I can't wait to see this. They were already up 1-0. They had just won their map pick 16-14. Wait, 4-10 comeback. No way, NaVi. There's no way you lost a 4-10 comeback with a no duelist comp. Shoulda known. Double agent artist at it again. Just kidding. Okay. Both teams kind of running like cool comps as far as Breeze goes. NaVi running the YORU Omen combo, and Heretics opting to just go like, we'll do like default comp, but just substitute the Jet for YORU. The difference here is like lack of a KO.
They're now in that boat.
Angel
I
bought
know
a
they're
TP.
capable of bouncing back, Tom, but
This is a really cool play. Here are the ways, you know, like NaVi are going to win this round. So they have really good stall on B, right? They have the orb here. They have Cam. They have a kill trip going across. Could be this one. I'm not really sure. And then they would have a third here along with, you know, orb Molly Cypher setup. Like that's a fucking really good setup. That's how they're winning B. How are they winning mid? Well, they're winning mid by probably some kind of weird reaction, which is difficult for us to see off this. But here's their eyes and ears onto mid early round, particularly for like a fast door play. If they are going that way, he could potentially throw his Molly down there and pair up with these Sova shocks, and Omen could either, you know, like take this line or come to backside and help out from backside. And I think they would have a really good hold on a mid hit. Now the A part is pretty sick, which is what we're watching right now. Here is the Viper wall that Shao opted to use from right here, right? It cuts across diagonally. So Angel is playing close right here. And at first I was like, bro, shouldn't you have a fucking paranoia for this? Because what he's doing is he's throwing the deep one way, because this one way is really good on Omen. And if he, say like there's like the dart KO flash, teams have been doing that a lot in NA, where like this flash will be thrown with this dart. He could ask for this Viper wall to be popped. This dart would come in, get a ping over the Viper wall, and he would be able to get a cheeky kill for free. That's what they're going for here. And it feels like this has a very high success rate probably for them. Like, this is a good idea.
bouncing back, Tom, but see if they can control the weight numbers.
They're used to this. They always lose.
Like, I see what they're going for. And here's what he ends up doing because that doesn't happen. It's this bank dart that gets here. It gets true info that there's someone in here, right? It's a really good dart. So they know they're postured in a main right now.
Welcome to NaVi. They did it against BBL.
The wall comes down. Honestly, Angel is so he shouldn't be here.
Oh, right.
Yeah, day one BBL, they get banged out and then win the next two
I remember I saw this live and I was like, that's a cool smoke.
maps, 13-6, I believe. So we'll see if that's the
I like this idea. Like, this is a really good way to use Omen on an A exec when you get pushed off the line. I don't think I've seen Omen do this. He like attached his smoke to the wall, which then gives so much variance to like the attacking team. So his smoke is like this, right? And if you're coming into this site, you know, like you have like a couple options. One, like you just shoot it, but then you have to worry about like weird shit like, you know, like what if there's a YORU here that just flashes out? What if they flash out the backside? Like, so you don't want to like push because there's just too many subsections of like where they could be. They could be in the close side of this wall smoke, or they could be the far side. They could be like on this side of like the back of the wall, or they could like push it. And there's a lot of variance because of this smoke, and it's very difficult to like push back sight. So like you kind of are taking away the option where a lot of teams might do something like aggressive here. You know, like they literally might do something like this. You know, like teams push back sight quite often, but this smoke kind of makes them not want to do that.
case. Benji leading the charge. Already looking to get that plant down. Not the agent you'd normally be going for the plants on, but I guess it's more important for them just getting the round over the line. I'm also just looking at where Miniboo is. I assume
the YORU is way out here, right? Miniboo is way out here with the team. He's guarding the planter. This is all designed, even the plant location. You can see, I think the Cypher must have caged, and he's planting in a cage, looking away in the open, and Miniboo can guard him from this line. The KO is like anged out from like the side. They're just like protecting the VIP. All of them are guarding the planner in this moment. Like it's very important to get the spike down right now.
The charge. Already looking to get that plant
All-
down. Not
all
the
of
agent
them
you'd
were
normally
looking.
be going for the plants on, but I guess it's more
So then he gate crashes all the way back to B here.
important for them just getting the round over the line. I'm also just looking at where Miniboo is. I assume he's got some way of getting there a little bit faster, because this is ridiculous how long of a rotation he has. And he's actually going to end up fighting Sugetsu in mid. This is such a weird round, and he wins the fight as well.
That's crazy. And then he gate crashes all the way back. You have got to be f***ing kidding me. Bro, this guy's insane. He's the best YORU. What the f***? That's crazy. He's helping the A hit early round. He's pushing elbow in the mid round. And then he could potentially push halls or like be back at A main in the late round. This guy's all over the place. And theoretically, he could have, and honestly, if I were on NaVi, I would probably expect it. Stay mid and jump up on the ledge, because this plant, that's kind of like what it's good for. Like, you can jump up on the ledge and you got the line for the spike. Bro, this is very hard to read. It's very hard to read because you can't hear these gate crashes. The map's too big.
That's how long of a rotation he has. And
What
he's actually
the
going to end up Sugetsu in mid. This is such a weird round, and he wins the fight as well.
The gate crash was put out as you.
And now we're larrying while we're doing all of this nonsense.
It's being used successfully to pull him back over towards A main, and now he's going runabouts, walking his
We're timing shocks with our mollies to get max value.
way up to middle. I mean, he's not afraid to run the clock down, that's for sure. Diffuse still not attempted as Team Heretics funnel out of the choke point, and Miniboo.
Wow. To posture the YORU up, because the YORU could gate crash out. So he's cool to be in front of the Omen one way. YORU can actually get past this. Kind of makes
Problems?
the Omen pick not
It
so
worked, huh?
good.
They won, so.
So he just gets right past it. Most duelists would not be down to like be in here in front of this one way, unless there's like more teammates. So the knife cuts through.
Strange, and we'll see on NaVi's attack.
Here's this dart that's coming in. You see the one way makes it so it's difficult for Patatek to support Miniboo in any kind of way.
A little bit of a different idea.
So the second he realizes he can't break that, he immediately gate crashes. It's really smart. It's really smart. The whole round could have collapsed right there.
How to use that YORU. Luckily, Miniboo's able to get out of there on time because
So now they got the info that Sova and Omen are close A.
he was almost severely punished.
Attack orb to deny like all info mid is good. Using this a lot really in America's everywhere. It just, you know, say you were over here, you wouldn't know if a team is going to like do a rush to mid doors with like a KO flash through, or say you were the other way. Say you're like mid doors holding this. You don't know if they're going to KO flash and like split on B on you. So it just creates a lot of problems for defenders. It makes it difficult for them to take risks. Forces them into like the most common setups.
You
see Artist is using his YORU to get like aggressive in mid. It has a gate crash D.
trick, but you don't quite know how it worked. Like, just about got away from that one.
That seems like a really bad death. Well, I guess he go. Whatever.
Inside Angel.
Whatever.
That was aggression inside A main.
Standing ahead.
Yeah, that was the one sort of, like, I think they played the map really well, but that was the one criticism I had. Now in this round, it doesn't matter so much, but Angel playing that controller super aggressively, even one round dropping the spike out onto the side. Now bear in mind, they had basically won the map at that point, but even still.
Yeah, and if you recall back in the day when he was doing these things, it was all
They're just like fully postured right now, waiting for aggression. Waiting, high-low, waiting, jiggling, waiting.
was the Brimstone that he would play, and for good reason. He would always last map though. It makes sense on Omen though. Refreshing utility. We saw. Just think back to the last map. Those one ways that Boo was putting out consistently, allowing them to keep control. I think that's the element you're missing. But you gain something special with Angel, which is even if your entry is dead, your entry is alive. Good chance for Zip.
I liked where he took the gate crash. Remind me a lot of like a lot of the YORUs in NA when they take it like front sight. It's like cut a lot of space in area that's been cleared already. It's not like you're just taking dead space. Some people might be like, oh, okay, this seems like a dog shit way to use an ability. Like, You've literally already cleared all this. Why do you want to like cut this space? It's just you've now cut this space in like the quickest time possible. Like it's like you were the drone. The player was the drone. So you just get it all for free now.
I think that's the element you're missing.
So he gets all of this zone instead of potentially getting like, you know, railed through a smoke, timing by a dart or a flash or like weird shit. They just get the distance of the drone pretty much for free.
But you gain
and
something
once he's
special,
out,
right?
they have hella flashes and a dart now to like,
Which is even if your
I mean, this guy theoretically should be.
entry is dead, your entry is alive.
Yeah.
Good chance for Zipban, but yeah, swinging the game.
That's a good
Heretics
take.
He is using it immediately, straight in towards this site, already spotting out Angel.
This was like another weird NaVi set play with this Omen one-way and dart. Immediately, the setup is broken. The dart's getting pings. What's beating it is the fact that there's a YORU. The plays made by Miniboo are always just annoying enough to keep them here and waste that util and get no value, like really no value.
Trying to get the information on the rest of the players. Patatek has gone down though.
That decoy was well and truly spotted with the numbers on the attack thinning out. Decoy on its way, not going to be given
Holy
any
shit.
respect. Benji Fishy swinging out for a fight. He knows there's a player close, but Zipban will still land the shots first.
He ults it all, so he clears it all out. They get this plant on for him. This is the goal. We plant here. And again, they're planting off to the right, so that way this guy can take this gate crash, come all the way here, get on this ledge, and play here in the post. In addition to the Viper lineups, the Shock lineups, they're all over the map. I love how patient he is. He's walking.
Will still land the shots first.
He's
In
up
all
top.
of the
Dude.
meantime, Miniboo has managed to jump up top, find himself an angle, harass them a little bit, cause problems for this side of the defense. And they're breaking through into a stacked up set of players, weapons drawn, aimed, ready.
It.
And the timer
Can't do
already
anything.
ran fully
They literally can't
down.
do anything.
Heretics.
Watch how quick and seamless like this all is. I'm drawing attention right now to Boo, who I believe is DIGL. He's going up the rope. He does a quick jump spot over here off of the rope to make sure there's no halls push happening. After he's done with that, then he walls. That's like his round. Watch.
A lot of what they have with it, he is using it.
He's spotting. That's why he doesn't wall right away. He's just spotting.
Immediately, straight in towards this site.
Boo has thrown the wall now. Coming back to min.
The
The orb is now going onto default as the Cypher's planting. The Viper's backing off. The YORU is now deep. So now immediately after the plan, they've already gotten in a scenario where, and the Viper just spotted halls again. So the Viper just went up the ropes and did that side spot again. Sova spotting main, has drone in the post plant, which is wild. And Benji is just kind of like jiggling, fighting for his life. His job is to just stall and live for as long as possible. If he took a wide swing like over here and died, it would be really bad because then these guys would just flood into the site. And all of this like Molly, Shock, this lurk would have a really difficult time working.
He goes a myth.
All right, here's that early knife coming in. We got the cam that can hold Hall's push and probably also see feet, but the one way.
Maybe this game turns.
Well, that's it. I mean, I think it's fair to say most of their rounds have been
Is that info
found
on our
through his
orb?
hands, through his plays. There's ridiculous success rate in finding control over these sites. He'll attempt to do it yet again, and the opening is yes.
That's a f***ing huge fail. What is that? Bro, they're so unaware of mid. It's very rare to see something like this. Just a huge hole like this in a 5v5. And yeah, 17 and 2 right now
Found
with this
through
one.
his hands, through his plays.
They walk through the orb.
Ridiculous success rate in finding control over
He
these
never
sites.
saw
He'll
that
attempt to do
coming.
it yet again,
He just
and
didn't
the opening
expect
is
it.
yes.
Standing.
Wow.
They've given up mid, and,
And
he's
their
just
whole
stood in
round
one of the only
collapses.
angles he's open to everything with a smoke in hand. And now, well, they can just swarm onto the site. There's too many people to even aim at.
Bro. I think like they're just getting game plan diffed.
Double digits still possible for Heretics before they even touch the defense.
It's a really good knife. Lands in the middle, so it gets like all this left side pretty much. The drone is clearing the left.
Side.
Gate crash location over here. He's been pinging it. It's like, I'm going to go right here. They're taking this in like layers right now. Eventually the Viper wall comes out, which is what we're seeing.
Haven't sent much.
KO Shock right there. Right in like the choke of all the trips. They clone out just in case there's any extra trips.
It's mostly been This A site takes lead in the charge. No surprise. Minibu already taking
That
the
is
space.
just such a good take, dude. Look at this trip.
Flank coming
Double
through.
trip the
Now,
flank,
Angel is
cam
gonna
the
be able to
elbow.
bypass this trip, but it would leave his teammate out to dry. He's hoping that maybe someone gives him an angle. Never mind. That's the ultimate bait. You just walk straight into it.
We're
That's how
using
you
our YORU ult again? We're one off of Sova ult. Do we really think we can win this round? I feel like we're just wasting ults on Navi's side right now. Like, have they gotten a single valuable
your
ult?
opponents. Artist instead. He's looking to try and get his teammates information, but the fact is they're losing every single battle, and he might just have to try and get out of there. Left alone, he's going to get absolutely nothing done. Angel is the only one to find the kill, make it a second, but his position is just not one where he could get any real value.
Forming the foundations. At least they have that Viper's pit.
You can see, like, he didn't know if he should do it or not. He waited the last second of the knife, said, fuck it, I'm doing it. Probably wanted to get a better lineup, but was up against the clock. This round's quite different, where they're playing a little bit more aggressive in mid. Still a Cypher setup over on B. I have no faith in Navi right now.
At least locks down one angle for this squad. Again, dangers.
The way that this team makes you unable to push anything is very annoying. That are just goated at doing like shit like this. This guy's gonna hold B. This guy's gonna hold mid. This guy's gonna be annoying and just fall off of the rope and like spot your Hall's push. This guy's gonna knife this at the start, and this guy's just gonna be in there as a body and can TP away. And it's like you can't aggress into them very well. It's hard. And then their sight hits with this comp are just powerful. Like the util is powerful. So you gotta have your own set plays instead of having like only reactive shit. So Angel just smokes the pulse.
My ult is ready.
This is obviously quite scary for the attackers because you could literally creep up to it and into it. You could dart and then like get kills from inside of the smoke. So you can see it's drawn attention. It's drawn attackers over here. They're running a fake here. They put the Viper wall down. They throw the same KO knife that gets all this left. It's going to get the Cypher. He's got the flash coming in. Going to draw the blind out of Angel and the clone out of Artist.
Is Zipan with that Hunter's Fury.
So he got the Cypher, he got blinded, and he might hear the clone.
Worked perfectly. Sold a fake, move players.
I don't know why Shaw's doing this, actually. I didn't realize that Minibu had this ult. Bro, NaVi played terrible in this half. Heretics played really, really well, but holy f***, NaVi looked so bad here.
Move players away. They're hunting for where Shao is going to be, removing him from that pit completely. Already they've
Oh my god, they're just ulting Zip.
spotted out Zipan as well. He's getting picked up by utilities, being pushed by Minibu. It is sublime from the side of Heretics. They have thought of everything, even leaving Panatek behind to catch one on the rotate.
They actually just brained the hell out of them. They worked NaVi so hard, all map long, just like how K-Corp did. All right, I'm going to actually call it here at half. Peace out, guys.